stand part. I call Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to make a very, very brief call on this part, as it was something that obviously was debated by the Select Committee, and there were some changes made. They recommended amending Clause 2 of the bill so that provisions would come into force at a date separate to that which was originally drafted. Original drafting suggested that the Act would come into force on the day that is 1 year after the date on which the Act received royal assent. But the Select Committee instead wanted to allow provisions to come into force on a date appointed by the Governor-General by Order in Council, so that multiple orders in Council could be made, bringing different provisions into force in different dates. It seems that the Select Committee wanted to make allowances for consent processes and I guess the different dates that may sit around those provisions that were set out in Part 2, but still allowed that any provision not brought into force earlier would come into force 1 year after the bill receives royal assent. That then speaks to the question I asked in Part 2. Obviously that implies that we may have multiple residences, multiple consenting processes. The bill actually does also say that the contracts, that it does allow for contracts to be made between the Department of Corrections and private providers. The fact that we've at Select Committee made this adjustment suggests to me that there may already be a view as to, or there may even be consenting processes in train, we don't know. But I'd be interested to hear from the Minister if indeed that were the case. That's not to say it's not a sensible provision. We always try and make sure that commencement clauses are tailored to the specific needs contained within a bill, which may not be uniform. But if there is extra information, it would be useful if the Minister perhaps shared it with the House at this point.
Members, we come to the vote. The question is a Clause 1 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Yep. I just remind the member must, when I put the vote, the member must say no at the time. Party vote's been called for. I ask the clerk to conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
60 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
32 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 opposed.
New Zealand First.
11 in favour.
Maori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Members, the ayes are 107, the noes are 14. Clause 1 will stand part. We now come to Clause 2, but first we have the Minister's amendment as set out on SOP number 20. The question is that the amendment be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. A party vote's called for. Ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
60 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
32 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 opposed.
New Zealand First.
11 votes in favour.
Maori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Members, the ayes are 107, the noes are 14. The Minister's amendment is agreed to. The question now is that Clause 2 is amended stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. A party vote's called for. Ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
60 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
32 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 opposed.
New Zealand First.
11 votes in favour.
Maori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Members, the ayes are 107, the noes are 14. Clause 2 is amended will stand part. I will report this bill with amendment presently. Members, we now turn to the Parole Extended Supervisions Amendment Bill. And a point of order, Joe Hayes.
I seek leave for the debate on the Parole Extended Supervision Orders Amendment Bill